Who's that girl? Who's that little girl? Hey, chickadee boo. You ready to get up? Are you ready to get up? Ooh. Come on. Hold your baba. Hold it. You gotta hold it. Otherwise it's gonna fall. There you go. You little sneaky butt. You better hold your own baba. You better hold it. So today I got my munchkin in the doorway. Little jump while I'm doing some pumping. She's been a little bit fussy today, and it's probably because we are introducing her to rice, because I'm going to try to start giving her some foods, which I have already. She's eaten some banana cookies, and there's this Russian thing called bubliki. They're round crackers that are very hard to bite into, but for teething babies they're really great because they soak them and then, you know, they kind of crumble a little bit. But today, I don't know, she's kind of been fussy, and her digestive system, I guess, kind of been responding to the rice we've been giving her. So a lot of times I'll either go with her on a walk or put her in her jumper, and I feel like that kind of helps her go to the bathroom. You know, because it's good exercise, so she jumps and she kind of wears herself out a little bit. But that's kind of what we're up to today. My parents were over this past weekend and helped me start painting my porch, which they've done the top floor, and I still have the stairs and the bottom floor to do. So maybe that will get me some motivation to do it this week sometimes. It's a lot of wood, and you have to, you know, paint both sides, so it's a lot of work, but at least it kind of got me started. And then they also brought me some mulch. Ryan and Dad picked up some mulch and dropped it off. So I actually went out yesterday, or the day before, I think it was Sunday. We came from church and it was raining. So a lot of times if you have piles of mulch, and of course the men dumped it on one of my plants and basically like suffocating it, it would have died. So I decided to go out there and, you know, spread out the mulch so that plant doesn't die. And then, you know, me, sometimes I kind of get dirty, so I was like, you know what, why don't I just do all of it? And so by the time I got halfway through, the rain started pouring down, and I was like, you know what, that was on my bucket list to lay down on the ground when it rains. So I guess that was kind of a semi-bucket list wish. There's something, you know, kind of stress relieving about it, even though that was a lot of work. But just feeling that warm rain was kind of refreshing. So that's kind of what I did. So the yard is kind of done. Now I have to cut grass again because it has grown. But this morning I turned on our sprinkler system for the spring, and then planted some seeds and sprayed some I guess pesticide on some ant hills that we had. So hopefully that will eradicate some of them. But that's kind of what I've been doing today. And then later on tonight, Brian's parents are coming over. They of course want to go eat Mexican. I don't like Mexican food anymore. I really don't, honestly, because I can't really eat anything spicy, and so just because that really affects your milk supply. And so I only, you know, can technically have like two options, whether a salad or quesadilla, and I'm kind of tired of eating quesadillas, and I have to have something substantial when it comes to breastfeeding. You have to eat, you know, good substantial foods in order for you to produce good milk. So I don't know, maybe I'll just eat at home and then let them have their Mexican. So, but they're spending a night and coming over to spend some time with Mila, so maybe that will give me some time to do a couple of things before bedtime. But in the morning is usually my only time to do some work because she takes a longer nap, and then throughout the day it's kind of a little bit unpredictable. So, you know, some days she does really well, she'll play and I'll put her down for a nap, and then there's other days when she's a little bit more fussy and it's a little harder to, you know, do some things. But like Tuesdays are technically my recording days, and so she technically interrupted my makeup session, but you know, that's my life. That's kind of what it's all about. But yeah, I'm about to pump and let her get some of that energy out before she eats another bottle of food. So today is definitely cleaning your sheets day. Throw a few things, less sleep. Doing a few things, but I think my cushions came in for our porch. Is the UPS man coming or not? Might be kind of thick, so I don't know. Might be a big box. He's outside, but I don't know where my box is. I guess I'll wait for him. But I'm enjoying some Luigi's ice cream. This is not my favorite flavor. My favorite is the raspberry one. But if you've ever bought this, you know that they only give you like 3 raspberry and 3 lemon. They don't have like a full box of raspberry ones, so kind of sucks. But you know, still enjoying it. This is the last one, so I might have to buy the mango flavor next time because I think it's a full box of mango. Is he coming? Is he coming? But I gotta pump again. She's taking her second nap for the day, which is a short nap, so I need to get onto the pumping. Where's my box? Where's my box, UPS man? Okay, I'm not gonna creep on him. Is it me, or I wait for at least the post office to kind of, or UPS or the post office lady to leave before picking something up, so I'm not creeping him out? But here's my package. And it is big like I know, so I'm gonna have to put down the camera so I can get it. So for the past few times that I've ordered from Target, they've messed up my order. So let's just hope that they don't mess up. Well, at least one thing for sure is that they drew a little smiley face on there. I'm kind of curious what it says on there. Anybody want to know? Just numbers. Something IU. 126. Weird. Alright, shipping department. Don't disappoint me now. I waited for these things quite a bit. I actually had to call and ask them if they're coming in or not. So I got these. I usually am not a fan of chevron. But it's a little bit like a retro style looking cushions, so I thought it'd be kind of cool because it has a little bit of that beige in there to match the chairs that we have now. So they're pretty good. Kind of have the red, the teal, which, you know, look, can you tell that's our theme? It's kind of been the color of the year, but I think it's going to look really nice on the porch. So Alright, let's go test it out. So I finally put, my dad bought this glass door, which I thought I was going to do something with the pantry door, but it turns out it's too thick, so I exchanged our panel door for like a full one. And the funny thing is, I had a bird that actually crashed into this window today. So I guess that's a good thing. It's clean. It means it's clean. So I moved the chairs over here. They used to be over there in that corner. And then my rug is drying and my shoes that I just washed. So let's see. I think this goes this way. For some reason the bottom kind of looks extra long. Let's see. It's not bad. It's snug. So I'm gonna tie this around so it doesn't fall off. The trick is not to tie it too tight, because when there's too much movement and it's too tight, then it's gonna probably fall off a lot quicker. That's kind of how my mom's kitchen cushions were. She really liked cushions in her kitchen, so I remember when we would tie it too much or too strong, too tight, not too strong, they just tend to fall off, these little strings. Even though this material is a lot thicker, it kind of looks really nice. Looks very flowery and retro, I think, no? I'm gonna put all these up here and then show you guys the final result and a little update on my little herbs. They're growing. I am making sure that I water them, so they definitely have stuck in the pots really well. They attach really well, I guess you should say. So again, it's parsley, it's sweet spearmint, I believe. That one's right there. And this is sweet basil, that's parsley. And this is dillweed. And then of course my little watering thing. So they need a lot of sun, so I kind of keep them out in the sun. And when it's raining too much, I usually put them under the umbrella or under the table. Or, you know, you can always take them out or take them inside your house. But another thing, if you guys did not know, you can wash your shoes in the washer. The only thing that I would suggest is not to throw them in the dryer. Always air dry them, so, you know, take them outside. So they were kind of pretty old looking and dirty, and they look pretty brand new, honestly. I love these shoes. They're so comfy. I got them at Ross for like $40–50. And another trick for women, especially, to look at the men's section. A lot of times they have, you know, kind of a gender neutral shoes, and sometimes you can find them for cheap, especially if you wear size like 6, because sometimes you can actually get it in boys, because men's sizes are a little bit bigger, they run a little bit bigger. So I think this one was like a 7 or an 8, and it's actually like very comfortable, it's very loose. So that's one trick. So I'm gonna leave them outside here. I'm trying to put them out on the sun, finish drying. It's kind of saving on that. And then I threw my rug in the dryer too, I mean in the wash, but I'm letting it air dry, as you could tell. Our favorite colors, no? Still a little wet, so I'm gonna hang it up here so I can put the rest of the cushions. I think I just saw a spider. Oh. So here you go, guys. A quick updated look, just purchasing new cushions for the table. So it's a very easy way to upgrade a few things, is just to kind of accessorize. So definitely brightens up the patio. And by the way, my parents were here and they helped me stain. And it looks like a small space, but it's actually pretty big, especially once you start painting, because it requires you to paint this side and then this side, and it was kind of hard to get to some areas. So my job is to kind of do all this right here, the stairs, and there's a bigger deck right there. So, but I think the lower one is going to be easier because I can reach, you know, being on the ground, I'll be able to reach the bottom. The higher ones are a little bit harder because I don't really have a ladder. So, but that's the update on the little cushions. I really like them, so I'm glad that now I have my cushions. I'm going to be able to enjoy the outside a little bit more. But that's the update.